So what do you call a scientist that snitches? A lab rat. Not my best one.
Perfect.
So Crocs have always been a household name, but this collaboration has taken it to a whole nother level. On today's episodes, we are reviewing the Salehe Bembury Crocs collab in its Kuwata colorway. Now we live in an age where I like to call it the war of the Crocs. You've got Crocs themselves doing some amazing collabs such as this one. Of course they've been around for so many years now, but then you got Yeezy slides and of course the foam runners. And we've got some newcomers on the horizon like the Addy Foam for example. And I know there's a lot that I'm not mentioning, but there's too many to remember off the top of my head. Of course, this one right behind me is one of the ones that does stand out at the moment. Now over the past couple of years, Salehe Bembury has been really smashing it with his collabs. Most notable, his work with New Balance. Some amazing work with those 2002Rs, but of course the Crocs is where it's at the moment. But before we waffle on anymore, let's start off with the box. Now it's very much a cardboard box here with very minimal branding around it. On the top of the box itself, we've got this sort of fingerprint style design, which, spoiler alert, this Croc draws its inspiration from. Apparently this is designed by Salehe Bembury's fingerprint, so that's a cool little feature. But other than that, around the box we've got the Salehe Bembury and Crocs branding. Now the product sticker itself does say Salehe Bembury x the Pollex Clog, and it does say underneath that pale blush. And of course I did get this in my normal UK size 9. Now it does come nicely packaged, it's pretty much nice and secure inside. And it comes with this little paper attached to the Croc itself. But nothing else that really comes in the box that's worth mentioning. Now I did manage to get these early from Foot Patrol from a shop drop actually. But these are having a wider release on the 31st of October and I believe they're retailing for around £80. And I know, £80 for a Croc, it's unbelievable. But regardless if I think these are worth it or not, before that, let's talk about how these fit. Now in terms of the sizing with this Croc, it's very big. Now I actually managed to get a UK size 8 which is coming tomorrow and hopefully I can pull it in the video before it goes out. But as far as my true to size UK 9, these are too big. Luckily these do have an adjustable strap so you can put them on a little bit tighter if you wanted to. But in terms of the length, they are way too big going true to size.
Right broskies, the one on the right is a size down, which is a UK size 8, which I did mention. This is huge in comparison, so I can confirm going a size down is best. There's still a bit of room though, that's the only problem. So what I would say is strapping this a bit tighter should do the trick. And if they did half sizes, I mean a 7.5 wouldn't have been a bad shout, but they don't. So I would say go one size down and just strap it a little bit tighter than you would do. It's a bit weird, but that's the best advice I can offer. Go one size down. Anyways, broskies, enjoy the rest of the video.
Now we've got the sizing out of the way, let's have an up close and personal look to see what's different. Now according to N's website, this cherry blossom inspired colorway, and I don't have a Scooby-Doo what that even means. These are of course dubbed the Kuwata colorway, but it's pretty much like a salmon. I've got to say though, this is one of the best colorways that we've had so far. Of course this Croc is mostly of foam and rubber. It's very comfortable on foot honestly, and it does hold up pretty well. It doesn't lose its shape like the foam runner does for example. And of course like I have mentioned, we do have that adjustable strap that makes life so much easier. You can pull it to the front though if you don't really want to wear it, but I don't see how it will look that good. But I guess each to their own. Now the design in itself apparently is actually inspired by Salehe's fingerprint, and it's pretty much all over this shoe. I mean, you got it on the upper, you've got it on the outsole as well. It's nowhere near a bad thing in my opinion, it just looks way different. Of course we've got those adjustable velcro straps towards the back. Now on the straps themselves we do have the Crocs and Salehe Bembury branding. Now yet again we've got the Crocs and Salehe branding towards the back at the insole. And And then we have these sort of acupressure points slash sort of traction panels in the insole as well, which is actually good for grip if you wanted to wear these barefoot. Now at the back of the Croc, it is sort of cupped, so it does hold your foot in pretty well. Even getting a size too big for me, without that, it would have been a nightmare. Now just like the upper, we do have that rubber panel that is sort of a darkened colorway that does go over to the outsole for more traction. Now of course these panels are rubber compared to the whole foam construction, but we do have that fingerprint design to the outsole here again. But that's pretty much it. It's very minimal, but it does stand out. Right, what are we thinking so far? Are these worth that £80 price tag? And most importantly, are these a buy or a buy? Now when these first dropped, so many people went mad for these. The resale prices were a joke. I can't lie, that original green colorway was so nice when they dropped. But of course, over time, Crocs? Who is Crocs? Sounds like an evil MCU villain. Crocs the Conqueror. Crocs the Great. But of course, over time, Salehe and Crocs have slowly given us more colorways. So they are a lot more accessible now, and there are some nice colors too. Now it's kind of like what the Yeezy slides are becoming, and of course the foam runners. I know there's a madness going on over there, but it's pretty much the same situation. When they first release, everyone goes mad for them, but slowly over time they're so accessible they end up sitting. And I don't even know if the Yeezy slides or foam runners are going to be in production anytime soon. I'm not even going to touch the politics of that one. But of course I believe this is the most expensive out of all of the three. I think the foam runners were around £70 and the Yeezy slides were around £60. And I'm not too sure if this one is the best out of the lot. I feel like out of the three, this is the least comfiest, but this is defo comfy, don't get me wrong. The foam runners, they just have that extra spongy feel. And the Yeezy slides do offer that too. But comparing all of the three, if you did want to wear one out in particular, I would go for these. These are by far the most practical because it has the strap and of course that more solid structure on the top. And above all else, it's a Croc. There's a reason why nurses wear these on like 12-hour shifts. So you can't really go wrong with a Croc. I mean the price, yes, it is pretty mad. But if you can put price aside, then these are a definite winner. The design in itself is one of those things you either like or you're not going to like at all. The fingerprint design is kind of weird at first, but once you get used to it, you start to really like it. I don't think I'm there yet in terms of wearing like a Croc or a foam runner out casually. I don't have the cojones for that just yet, but I do admire some people that do. But broskies, overall, apart from the price, there's nothing I can really pick apart. A very comfy Croc, and of course the design to it as well is an absolute chicken dinner. These are of course an absolute buy. But anyways broskies, comment down below what you think. Are these worth that £80 price tag, or is this an absolute miss? Leave it all down below and I will pin the best comment. Anyways my people, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit me up on IG as well because I'm most active over there. And whilst you're here, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share. And till the next episode, take care.